In a world where the spiritual and the material often intersect, we find ourselves intrigued by the fascinating lives of those who guide the faithful. Today, we're delving into the opulent world of America's wealthiest pastors, where prayers meet prophets and divine blessings come with a hefty price tag. As our interconnected world continues to burgeon with diverse religious bodies, it's no surprise that some of the top pastors wield assets worth billions. But hold your skepticism at bay, for behind every fortune lies a tale of dedication, entrepreneurship, and perhaps a touch of divine favor. Let's start our countdown from the bottom rung of the ladder, where we encounter Pastor Shifenwa Irene from Zimbabwe, founding and leading the Divine Truth World Restoration Services in South Africa. Pastor Irene's net worth rings in at a staggering $42 million. What's even more remarkable is her journey from the world of banking to the pulpit. Yes, you heard that right. Before donning the mantle of a renowned religious leader, Pastor Irene spent 11 years as a banker at the Standard Bank of South Africa. Take Pastor Joel Osteen, for instance, whose megachurch in Houston, Texas, boasts a congregation of thousands and a net worth of over $100 million. With best-selling books, lucrative speaking engagements, and a multimedia empire under his belt, Pastor Osteen proves that preaching the Word of God can indeed be a lucrative enterprise. And then there's the indomitable Bishop T.D. Jakes, whose charismatic sermons and entrepreneurial acumen have propelled him to a net worth of $150 million. From books and movies to real estate ventures, Bishop Jakes has diversified his portfolio with the precision of a seasoned investor, all while spreading the message of hope and redemption. But it's not just the big names that dominate our list. We also encounter lesser-known pastors whose fortunes may surprise you. From Pastor Creflo Dollar, whose name seems almost too fitting for his $27 million net worth, to Pastor Benny Hinn, whose healing crusades have garnered both fervent followers and fervent controversy, the landscape of America's richest pastors is as diverse as it is lucrative. So what's the verdict? Are these pastors mere profiteers disguised in religious garb? Or are they shrewd entrepreneurs leveraging their faith for financial gain? Well, that's a question for the ages, and one that's sure to spark spirited debate among believers and skeptics alike. But one thing's for certain, in a world where the boundaries between the sacred and the secular continue to blur, the intersection of faith and finance remains a fascinating and undeniably lucrative phenomenon. So, whether you're a devout believer or a curious observer, join us as we unravel the mysteries of America's richest pastors and discover the extraordinary stories behind their extraordinary fortunes. Next up, we have the legendary Benny Hinn from Israel. Known for his miracle crusades and healing summits, Hinn has brought countless souls closer to Christ. With a net worth of $45 million, his ministry not only focuses on spiritual enlightenment, but also extends support to needy organizations and orphanages worldwide. Talk about making a global impact. Now, let's hop over to the United States and meet Pastor Jesse Duplantis. Combining his comedic and musical talents, Duplantis has carved a niche for himself in the evangelical charismatic movement. With a net worth of $50 million, he's not only preaching the gospel, but also penning inspiring books like Breaking the Power of Natural Law and God is Not Enough, He's Too Much. Who said spreading the word couldn't be entertaining? Heading back to Africa, we encounter Pastor Paul Adefarasin from Nigeria. As the senior pastor of the House on the Rock Church, Adefarasin's net worth sits at $50 million. His hosting skills shine bright during the annual gospel concert, The Experience, which draws massive crowds to Lagos's Tafawa Balewa Square. We have Pastor Hubert Angel from Zimbabwe. At just 44 years old, Angel has amassed a net worth of $60 million through his evangelical and business endeavors. His story is a testament to perseverance and faith, showing that age is no barrier to achieving greatness. As we unravel the lives of these wealthy pastors, it's clear that their fortunes are built on more than just preaching. Master Hubert, the visionary founder of the Good News Church, formerly known as Spirit Embassy, with branches spanning across Europe, Africa, and the United States, Hubert's ministry has become a global phenomenon. Did you know he was once appointed as Zimbabwe's ambassador to Europe and America? Now, let's turn our attention to Pastor Enoch Adeboye from Nigeria. A former professor of mathematics turned religious leader, Adeboye's journey is as inspiring as it is remarkable. Starting as a translator at the Redeemed Christian Church in Nigeria, he rose through the ranks to become its esteemed pastor. With over 14,000 branches in Nigeria alone and affiliates in 196 countries worldwide, Adeboye's influence knows no bounds. And with an estimated net worth of $110 million, he's not just flying high in the spiritual realm, but also in his 2 private jets and various private investments. As we unravel the stories of these wealthy pastors, it's clear that their success extends far beyond the pulpit. From building global ministries to engaging in lucrative book-selling activities, they've mastered the art of blending faith with finance. But amidst the glitz and glamour, they haven't forgotten their duty to serve others. Whether it's providing aid in times of crisis or spreading messages of hope, these pastors are using their wealth for the greater good. Next on our list is Pastor Ronaldo Ribeiro Soares from Brazil. A missionary, televangelist, singer, author, and businessman, Soares wears many hats. With a net worth of $125 million, he's a force to be reckoned with in the Brazilian religious landscape. From founding the International Church of God's Grace to owning communication structures like NASA Radio and NASA Television, Soares is leaving his mark on both the spiritual and media spheres. Now let's turn our attention to Prophet Shepherd Bushiri from Malawi. Known affectionately as the Major One by his followers, Bushiri is more than just a religious figure, he's a phenomenon. With a net worth of $150 million, he's not just preaching the word, but also making waves in the political arena. As the founder of the Enlightened Christian Gathering, Bushiri's influence knows no bounds, making him one of the richest and most influential figures in Malawi. As we unravel the lives of these wealthy pastors, it's clear that their success is a testament to their unwavering dedication and entrepreneurial spirit. From building global ministries to owning media conglomerates, they've proven that faith and business can go hand in hand. But amidst the glitz and glamour, they haven't forgotten their duty to serve others. Whether it's through philanthropic endeavors or spreading messages of hope, these pastors are using their wealth for the greater good. Kicking off our countdown at number 5 is Bishop David Oyedepo from Nigeria, affectionately known as Papa Oyedepo to his close followers. As the founder of Living Faith Bible Church, also known as Winners Chapel, Oyedepo's influence knows no bounds. With a net worth of $200 million, he's not just a preacher but a business tycoon in his own right. Winners Chapel Ministry has grown to become one of the largest denominations in Nigeria and the world, with a presence in over 65 countries. But Bishop Oyedepo's entrepreneurial spirit doesn't stop there. He also owns some of Nigeria's top private universities, including Landmark Covenant and Crown Universities. As the chairman of Dominion House Publishing Limited, he's at the helm of a major publishing enterprise in Nigeria. But that's not all. Oyedepo's business empire extends to bakeries, schools, petrol stations, shopping malls, restaurants, and more. Talk about diversifying your portfolio. It's clear that Bishop Oyedepo is not just building a spiritual legacy, but also leaving his mark on the business world.